Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We just used EZA SSB Vegeta against Red Zone Kid BUU to test him out. So now it's time for his year 6 counterpart with EZA AGL UI. Just want to throw it out there, again we're still riding sunshine and rainbows. My boy did well. My boy was dominant in this this stage. UI Goku, I'm expecting pretty much more of the same. The one thing that he does have as a small asterisk by his name is, and I mean this comes part and parcel with dodge units, it's just naturally how they work. Unless you're like God Goku, who has, of course, as long as you get the orbs, the built-in guard, along with all of his dodge chance. He does stack as well, but of course AGL UI doesn't have any of that. So while we're going to be doing very big numbers and doing good amounts of damage, I mean especially here, even though we can't kill Kid BUU, the type advantage does help. Actually, we did do a ton of damage on that. Maybe if you got lucky with like a ton of additionals and crits and maybe like type advantage, maybe you could actually beat this phase without nuking it and cheesing it with AGL SJ3 Goku, or Super EZA AGL SJ3 Goku to be more specific. I mean, Goku's doing well here. Of course, this is exactly what we want him to do, which is just dodge. And then, of course, he's getting 7% every time he dodges. Pretty much guaranteed dodge, almost. If he dodges enough times, literally guaranteed dodge. But that kind of joins into what I was saying with having the kind of small asterisks, whereas Jeets has that guarantee where he has 50% damage reduction no matter what. He was tanking normals fine no matter what. Gets an extra 30% if he gets hit, which obviously is going to help with the super attacks. Of course, gets defense on both 18 and 12 keys. Going to have a little bit extra padding if the super attack comes after as well, especially with the extra damage reduction. Jeets is good. His damage varies depending on, as I said, where his damage reduction is, if he super attacks before or after it. Also, if he's got all of it at once. And then also the guaranteed guard he gets after the revival. The damage varies, but for the most part, Jeets is fine. I mean, we did see him take 900k with no extra defense, no built-up damage reduction, no guard, which is fair enough, but then that's when the revival comes in. That makes sense. UI Goku doesn't kind of have that safety net. So while he kind of has so much dodge chance, and again, you're more shocked to see him not dodge than dodge, and of course can build up pretty much guaranteed dodge, or very close to, with the 7% every time he does dodge, until he dodges enough, and again each time, even though it's getting closer to like guaranteed and 100%, there's still a very small chance he doesn't dodge. Like, it's not very often it's going to happen, but when it does, there's still, Goku still doesn't have that safety net, he still doesn't have that security, he still doesn't have that guarantee. So you could go in to this phase, I mean you could try your luck and put him in slot 3. He could dodge it, perfect. You don't have to use an item, you take no damage, great. He could not dodge it, you probably get one shot. A 2 million plus super attack, you probably get one shot. I said Goku doesn't have that safety net, he doesn't have that guarantee if he doesn't dodge. And again, that's part and parcel of how the majority of dodge units work. And again, he has so much dodge chance and can build up so much dodge chance that it's more of a shock when it doesn't happen. But it can happen. It can very well happen. Even in the second phase, because we're going to be in there longer, like we're only here for 2 turns. Even though it does less damage, Goku doesn't have enough sheer amount of just defense for him to survive a super attack from Kid BUU. Whereas Jeets, again, depending on if he super attack first or has some built-up damage reduction, will be able to survive. Or with an item. But this is all going off with no item. With an item, I mean, Goku doesn't get any defense on super attack, as in SA effect. So, I mean, he does get extra defense every time he dodges, but he's only going to have so much. So I think with an item, maybe he survives, but takes like a couple 100k, which is fine. Without an item, 100% he dies. So the strongest super attacks in the game, he dies. Also, Orange Piccolo not getting enough key. Jarred. You know, I'm going to let it play out regardless. Because as I said, Goku doesn't have anything else backing him up. Pretty sure that's Vegeta's first appearance, so he should have guard. That's guard and damage reduction. Still took 271, but that's fine. No extra defense, no extra damage reduction. My boy's still showing why he's so good. How is Goku on normals, though? I mean, we only need to dodge 5 times. I think we dodged 3 or 4 in the first turn. Just like Vegeta, though, his 18 key super attacks will hit, his 12 keys won't, unfortunately. But the important one does hit, again, while having 50% chance to crit. This doesn't matter. Jeets' additionals, even though they don't hit, are a bit more important here because you're getting defense. Goku only gets 50% attack. He's also raising allies' chance of critting, which is nice. But for him himself, he doesn't get anything extra, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, that's what you want from him. You want him to dodge. But I kind of didn't want him to dodge because I wanted to see how much he's taking on normals. But it's fine. I mean, that's exactly what you want him to do. When it comes to like the serious runs and you're facing Supreme Magnificent Battle Beast Gohan, Kid Buu, maybe Fusion Zamasu, Cell Max, etc. That's what you want. That's what you want him doing. You want him dodging everything. Especially if there's a super attack. Because again, if he doesn't do it, which is unlikely he doesn't, because again, there is so much dodge chance, there is so much potential to his dodge chance, to the point where it's eventually guaranteed. But if you don't get that guarantee with dodging that many times, if he does get super attacked, he's dead. With no item, he's dead. With an item, I think he survives a bit. But without one, 100% dead. And that's why I prefer Jeets. It's going to sound very biased because it's Jeets. But that's why I prefer Jeets. Don't get me wrong, UI Goku's a lot of fun, ton of damage. You can literally take no damage in an entire turn because he can dodge absolutely everything. It's great. It's a lot of fun to do. And they're both insane EZAs. They're both 2 of the best. 100%. Goku's back to dominating the game again. But I think just because there's that guarantee, just because there's that safety net you get with Jeets with the damage reduction, the 1-turn guard in the beginning, the guard off the revival, then also the extra damage reduction you can get in the turn, the extra defense you can get from super attacking and the additionals. I said you have that safety net. There's that guarantee that Jeets can tank something, especially if you use an item. Goku, meh, maybe. Depends on who you're facing and type advantage and type disadvantage and things like that. Jeets, there's kind of a guarantee. Like, you might take a lot of damage, but he'll survive. We saw him die against Kid Buu because I slid him in slot 1. No extra defense, no extra damage reduction, no guard, just 50%, and that's it. I said if he did have extra damage reduction, did have extra defense, he would have been fine. If I used an item there, he would have been fine. UI doesn't have, unfortunately, that guarantee, that safety net if he doesn't dodge. He just has to rely on his sheer amount of defense. Yeah, there's also the revival, don't forget, and also if Jeets gets his revival, there's guaranteed dodge in the next attacking turn as well, which is nice. Or whoever else gets the revival. But I'm pretty sure he's fully built. No, he's definitely built up because he dodged like every attack last turn. If he doesn't dodge 659k defense, unfortunately just isn't enough. Actually, we'll probably have a little bit more because we don't have 77% HP or more, so we're missing out on that 77% attack and defense. But say 750, 800k defense, it could tank the majority of normals. Super attacks, again, you're looking at Supreme Magnificent Battle Beast Gohan, he dies. You're looking at the likes of maybe Kid Buu himself. Does he die? I mean, at this point, yes. If we actually no, I think he still dies. Or maybe we're left with barely any HP. He needs to dodge it. Good. I mean, I've done this purposefully to see if he would dodge everything, and he did. So fair play. Fair play. Even without the 77% attack and defense, still doing 13 mil. Again, 50% chance to crit on top of this, which of course he does. But as you're seeing, and as I said, it is more likely that UI will dodge majority of the time than not dodge. I said it's going to be a shock when he doesn't dodge just because he has so much dodge chance. But don't forget, it can happen. There can be situations where you just get unlucky or very unlucky and he doesn't dodge or doesn't dodge multiple attacks. And all it takes is one super attack. One super attack for some of the enemies that are knocking about right now with the type of damage they're doing. And that's it, done. Like, think about it. Supreme Magnificent Battle, Beast Gohan locks units. Can you imagine it? UI Goku gets locked in slot 1. You get very unlucky. He doesn't dodge. Beast decides to super attack you straight away, which happened to me quite a few times. I say quite a few times. In the quite a few times within the run I did, you know, 'cause I don't want to brag, I've done it in one and done. But if he gets locked in slot 1, which can happen, and UI, you get very unlucky with his dodge and he doesn't dodge, that's it, you're dead. You're dead. That's a 2 million plus super attack coming from Beast Gohan. You're dead. It's like 2.2 and a half, 2.4 and a half. You're dead. You're dead. But again, as I said, this is kind of part and parcel with dodge units. This is what happens. Pretty much dodge or die. I mean, Goku will survive normals once he's fully brought up. It might take a little bit from normals depending on who you're facing. Cool, that's fine. But without an item, dead. Super attack, dead. Obviously, if you use an item, normals, fine. If you take super attack, depending on who it is, he probably survives, but you probably still take a decent amount of damage. Stelmax and Beast, dead. Or maybe you survive Beast, but you just have like 2 HP left. I'm not sure. That's not going to have to be tested out. I don't think he'll survive with an item. I mean, he's doing well. As I said, for the fact that you can go a full turn and dodge 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks and then pull out like 15, 16, 18 million attack stats and have a 50% chance to crit on them. Also, while having an additional where you're going to crit on it as well. Yeah, dumb. You could go from taking no damage and dealing a ton of damage on top of that. So his EZA is still insane. He's still very, very dominant. Very dominant. We might as well pop this. I'm not going to pop Jeet's because we've done his in his video. It's only fair. I'll pop Goku's. Guaranteed crit, of course. Of course, that don't hit, but the 18 key will guaranteed hit. And it rhymes. Guaranteed crit as well. To end out the video, are you going to dodge those normals in slot 1? You have to. He does. Fair play. He actually got one-shotted by the normal. That's crazy. Are you seeing what I'm saying? I thought he would have survived that. Damn. Damn. He actually just got one-shotted by a Kid Buu normal. Again, while his EZA is insane, while he's back on top like this is year 6 all over again, while it's 2021 all over again, or 2020 whenever the ban was dropped, or whenever the 6th anniversary was, there is that risk. There is just generally that risk if he doesn't dodge. Damn. I was not expecting that. Jesus Christ. But there you go. That's what can happen with UI Goku if he doesn't dodge. Again, depending on who you're facing, but it can happen. It can happen. So you might want to sometimes use items with him and put away that pride. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care of the rest of your day. And peace.